Howdy, YouTube. Treetop Piper back with you guys for another first impression. Another wonderful first impression. I got a couple of yabos this morning. One few that I'm pretty psyched about. One I ordered from eBay. Check that out. 2007 tin of nightcap. An 11-year-old tin of nightcap. Hell yeah. And it's got, I think this is like made by a different company because even the sticker looks slightly different than the sticker I have on my other tin, my newer tin. And also I placed an order from Tobacco Pipes and got another tin of 40th anniversary, so I've got two tins now in the cellar. And also I got a shipment from Smoking Pipes of their Germains. I got a tin of brown flake, a tin of Penzance, which is always nice. And actually, this is my first tin of my first American market tin of brown flake, where it comes in a flat square tin. And then the pièce de résistance, the one that I've been praying and hoping for, and actually got from Smoking Pipes, is the brand new BK Flake by Germain's. This has no reviews whatsoever. No reviews on tobaccoreviews.com, no reviews online or on YouTube, nothing. So I'll be the icebreaker, and show you guys what this bad boy's about, because I'm sure a few people have gotten some this week, because there's seems to have been a lot of drops for Esoterica this week. But anyway, I'm pretty anxious to pop this bad boy open. I mean, I literally got it 15 minutes ago, and I'm pretty ready to open it. This one in the bridge, Old Brown Flake, I'm really excited about opening. And it says here, broken flake pipe tobacco made from air cured and Kentucky. It says Kentucky, which means Kentucky style tobacco, with flue cured Virginias pressed and aged for full round flavor. Like literally says Kentucky. Can you see it? I think that's it. Yeah, Kentucky style tobacco. But anyway, let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open and see what we're dealing with here. I think it's enough. Oh yeah, this thing is like brand new. Look how white that is. Anyway, let's see what this guy looks like. Got a little bit of juices on the paper here. Okay, I see what the deal is here. It's like a broken flake that's just been crammed in. There's no rhyme or reason to it, and you can see it's a really broad cut. They're pretty broad cut pieces of flake here. And the smell, right out of the tin, I can definitely smell the Kentucky. Um, Very barnyardy. There's a sweetness there too. There's a real, like a natural sweetness in there. It smells like barnyard for sure. Like you're walking into, a barnyard with hay and straw. The reason why I know this, I have a family that owns a farm up north, and I've been there many times, so I recognize that smell. But there's a sweetness to it. I'm trying to think of a natural situation where you'd get that sweetness. Mmm, like a barnyard or a horse stable where they have a barrel of oats. It's got a sweetness of horse oats. I don't know if you guys have ever smelt that, but it's got kind of a grainy, deep sweetness to it. Horse oats, because my uncle, they had a little horse. They had a nice horse stable, or pole barn, I guess they called it. But that's what I'm getting: barnyard and horse oats, basically. And it's not super held. It's not held together very well. It's pretty broken. I mean, it's not. There's no. I mean, it's just a sharp look, and this thing is coming apart. So let me go ahead and get my trusty handy dandy piece of paper here, and we'll go ahead and get some out to enjoy. Yeah, it's quite a broad cut though, no doubt about it. I mean, it's not a fine cut like medium flake, you know. It's pretty thick. That should be enough. But anyway, this is one of their new ones, BK Flake. There are no reviews for it, and like I said, um, you know, it's you've got you've got some blonde stuff in here, some golden Virginias, some brights like that, and then you can see the Kentucky. You know, you can see it. It's like a darker brown. Yeah. Mm. Smells good though. It smells good. Got that nice barnyardy kind of reminds me of up north of Michigan where my family lives. But yeah, BK Flake. Broken Flake pipe tobacco. This is a new one for me, guys. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and rub it out here real quick, and I want to give it another whiff after I rub it out, because sometimes that kind of like breaks it loose and gives you the real smell of what you're dealing with. Not super moist, just hardly too wet to go into a pipe right now. Hardly too wet. But this kind of reminds me of yeah, the the Kentucky is definitely playing a pretty big role in the smell. Um, but anyway, it makes total sense that Germain's would come out with a blend like this, because everybody else has been having really good success. Like Old Dark Fired is one of the most popular blends out there, and it makes sense that Germain's would try to get in on some of that action. And why not? You know, why not have a bold Kentucky or a dark fired Kentucky blend with the magic of Germain's? You know, it makes sense. So I understand why they did it. So anyway, I'm gonna let this dry for a few minutes, and I'm gonna pack up a bowl in my handy dandy K Woody Meerschaum, and we'll see how it goes. And I'm back. About to do the showing light. Hold on 1 second. Fan off real quick. Tastes so good so far, so good. Mm. Mm. This is good. Mm. Let's get down to the brass tacks here. Get down to the brass tacks, shall we? Plenty of body there. It's got a nice earthy flavor. With a nice hint of sweetness there. Mm. I never have been a huge fan of the whole dark-fired Kentucky and the bold Kentucky. I don't know what it is, or why. Um, I never really got on that bandwagon, and I've tried it. My local smoking buddy had given me some. I believe it was Old Dark Fired. I don't think it was Bold Kentucky. I believe it was some Old Dark Fired that I had tried. And I think Berg even gave me a sample of some Dark Strong Kentucky by Orlick, and I didn't even mess with it. Still haven't tried it. And I know some people love this stuff, so I don't know why it put me off so much, but this goes really good. I can taste that earthy kind of base to the blend. As you get this earthy base to it, which I would attribute to the Kentucky. Um, so we're talking about air cured Kentucky style tobacco with flue cured Virginias, pressed and aged for full round flavor. There's definitely a roundness to it. I would agree with that. That it's got a full roundness to the flavor. But it's got this nice sort of earthiness with just the slightest bit of tang and a little kind of like almost like an angel's breath of sweetness in the background. Mm. So far, out of all the Germain stuff I've tried, there were only two that didn't impress me. One was Uncle Tom's, and number two was Club Mixture. However, I revisited the Club Mixture the other day, and enjoyed it thoroughly. It was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. Um, and it burned great. So there's only one that I really haven't found found something to like in it. And even this one, because I know I'm not a big fan of the Kentucky. So this one I was excited about trying, but I was thinking, geez, this it doesn't really sound like it's too up my alley, like it's really my kind of tobacco. But it is a Germain's blend, so I wanted to try it, give it a shot, see what it's all about. Well, I'm very pleasantly surprised already. Smooth, smooth as you could want. The Virginias are there, and that Kentucky is there, and it's just got some body. Um, mm, I like that Kentucky in here. I think it really adds something to it. But I'm gonna go ahead and smoke this bad boy down a decent ways, and then come back and give you guys a conclusion. Getting down to the last bit of this bowl here. Lovely tobacco. Starts off kind of balanced between the Virginias and the Kentucky. You kind of get a little bit of both. Get a little sweetness, get a little earthiness from the Kentucky, and as you smoke down, the Kentucky kind of takes a front seat a little bit and adds that bit of kind of florally kind of essence that it can add. Right here is reminding me of the bottom half of that folded flake bowl, how it kind of switched over towards like the bold Kentucky or the dark fired Kentucky flavor. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Towards the bottom, that Kentucky kind of takes over a little bit. Really nice blend though. It's got a decent little bit of nicotine too. I didn't have much to eat this morning, so I'm definitely feeling a bit of nicotine here. I was getting like a little bit of the throat tightening there from a few minutes ago. But it's just a lovely, lovely tobacco. Real smooth. Get a slight spice in the retrohale from the Kentucky that you wouldn't typically get from Virginia's. That's why I say Kentucky. Got plenty of body. That burley, which is the Kentucky, is basically burley that's been fired, but it definitely adds that quite a bit of body to the smoke. And this is to me, a lot of times I'm an English guy, but there are these certain periods where I really enjoy like a red Virginia type blend, like the Scottish flake, the folded flake, BK flake, Marlin flake, the deluxe navy rolls. There are certain periods of times where that stuff really hits the spot, and this is like one of those blends where when I'm just craving something earthy, something earthy and got a little kick to it, not quite as much complexity as a Balkan or an English, and it's leaving a texture in my mouth like my spit is really thick. It's like it's definitely leaving a residue, I guess you would say. And I definitely it leaves the dark Kentucky or the Kentucky aftertaste in my mouth. There's a little sweetness there behind that Kentucky. Kind of starting to stand what all, or understand what the big deal is about the Kentucky, the dark fired Kentucky and stuff. It just hits the spot. I mean, another great blend by Germain's. They just don't put out bad stuff. They have a pretty good quality control system. They just they're master blenders. They have no and this is out of their comfort zone. They never make any. They haven't really made many blends like this in the past. Same thing with that club mixture, but they did a really good job on them. It's the kind of blends that really grow on you. The flavors are really satisfying. Um, it's like 40th anniversary, or that red Virginia flavor. It's tangy and it's just so satisfying. It's similar to this. It's not. This isn't quite as tangy, but it's got this really satisfying earthiness to it, and a little bit of sweetness in the background, so it's got a nice full round flavor. It's not insanely complex or anything, but it's very well blended and it has a very round, very full flavor. Extremely enjoyable smoke. Really nice. And it is getting better as I progress down into the bowl. And right now I'm down here right about just below, let's say the last third. Mm. Yeah, that Kentucky really kind of takes control of the blend towards the end. And it's got a, I would say the nicotine hit is medium to medium strong. It's not as strong as some of the other dark fired blends I've had, like Lakeland Dark by Sam Gawith. It's not as it's not as nick heavy as something like that. But more nick heavy than a typical Germain's blend, that's for sure. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this bowl. I'm pretty much said all there is to say, and I'm down to pretty much the nitty gritty. There's not much left in this pipe, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get another package and have some other stuff to do a review on. But until next time, guys, Treetop Piper, over and out. Hope y'all enjoyed the review, because this is a rare one. There isn't another review of this anywhere online. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Hope y'all get a chance to try it. Until next time, Piper down, or Treetop Piper, over and out.